Warning, this highly educational video shows graphic images of deadly spiders. Again, I have a deadly redback spider living under my car. Now, this isn't any ordinary redback spider. This is the mother of all redback spiders. In the end, this is a 2-day battle, goes right into the night, and I had to come in and deal with the spider in her time, that's night time, and I had to be under the car right up next to her house. This is a monster redback spider. This is the stuff of spider nightmares. Well, hello there. This is my Toyota. I say Toyota because it's a Toyota made in Thailand. And I had some troubles with spiders underneath this car last year. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I got trouble again. This time around, I first started to see spider webs around the front wheel, and it was back during winter time. Small, messy spider webs were here, but they've gone, and it's not until I took an inspection underneath the car that's when the real trouble started to kick in. So up underneath here, there is, I believe, a large female redback spider who has made quite a network of web. Let me get some lights in here so we can see clearer what's going on. The first thing to note, and this really does define what redback spiders get up to, there are lots and lots of drop-down lines that go right down to the ground. Stacks of them. If you're having trouble seeing them, it's the little white streaks going across frame. There's a web I'm just chasing down from the underneath the car, going down, streaking across frame there. You can see it nice and clearly, I hope. Goes down to the ground. So what happens here is any little bug or critter that comes along here, touches that web, is going to be history. There is a lot of web up there, and from seeing that, I'm making an assumption it is a fully grown female redback. And the other very interesting thing to note, and it's the way these redback spiders work, you can't see the spider. It's going to be tucked up there somewhere, waiting to come down as soon as something touches its web. Now what's amazing about this redback spider is the footprint that it's got these drop-down lines going. It's pushing about 3 feet going across this way, and about 1.5 feet underneath the car. So anything that comes into this zone here and gets caught in those drop-down lines is going to be her next meal. So many drop-down lines. Just so many. And potentially it could be something like that, because that's the sort of thing that's crawling around here. And that poor little thing's headed straight into Mrs. Redback's trap. Yes, I'm feeling soft-hearted today. I don't know why, but we'll save this little fella, hey, and put him somewhere safe. So how am I going to deal with this redback spider under there? I don't want it to be under the car. I've got a special way to entice her out. Most normal people would run down the shops and buy a whole bunch of bug bombs and set those off under the car to kill Mrs. Spider. I'm not going to do that, well, because I'm not normal. This is my plan of attack. I'm doing it a little bit differently than other times. I've got a camera set up which will be a dedicated, let's say, catch cam. I've put a little beetle there. That's the things they really like to eat. I'm doing it like this time because in the previous times that I've done this, it happens very fast. And the way that I've attached the tweezers to the camera is with blue tack and Gorilla Tape. And I need the blue tack there because I need the camera to sit nice and flat when we put it up under the car and put that beetle into the web area. So, well, basically that's what I use. Gorilla Tape and very blue tack. And the little beetle has been super glued onto the tweezers there. So the secret to this is it's got to be acting like a beetle, moving its legs to entice that spider down. And if I can entice a spider down, there's no guarantees here. I will act very fast, and I'll be using this product here, Mortein Fast Knockdown. There's a picture of a cockroach and a spider there, and it says down here, kills in one spray. And the secret is to really shake this up before we go. Okay. So the trick here is to pick up one of the drop-down lines, and I'm just seeing one in front of the beetle there. The camera is all set on manual settings, but I'm up against the sun that's coming in and out today, and sometimes this happens very fast, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the magic to happen. I think that's a good spot there. I think I'm touching one of the down lines there. Okay. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. That redback spider is going to appear somewhere there. Maybe need that to be touching the web a bit more. I'm not seeing too many vibrations going on. The suspense is killing me. Come on, Mrs. Redback, time to eat. I can actually see another spider there. Yeah, that's the sort of things that are crawling around under the car here. Mrs. Redback would nibble it up in a flash. Now, I'm looking very carefully under there. I'm still not seeing any sign of Mrs. Redback. Beetle's doing its movements, but it's not enticing the spider down. I've been keeping my eye on that hole there as well, just for the way the web is formed around that. I'm still yet to see her appear. It's sort of fun fishing for these. If you like fishing and the sort of wait time, well, you'll love doing this. Maybe I said in this video a little bit earlier on, this is going to be tricky. Well, I was trying during the daytime. These are nighttime spiders, and as we will learn, this spider is actually very, very special. To expedite some time, I'm going to basically jump forward in time in a sense. I tried other critters under here. I tried everything I could to entice the spider out during the day. This spider was never ever going to come out to play during the day. I was only trying during the day because that's my convenience. I don't really want to be underneath the car at night with this deadly spider above me. So all I achieved on this first day was, well, I saw spider web, I got sunburnt, I got covered in mosquito bites, and I never saw the spider. And in saying this babble here, it saves you from seeing hours and hours of failed footage, and lets me fast forward in time in the video. And now it looks like Mrs. Moth is having a holiday. Oh, come on guys, stop mucking around on me, start playing. This is really proving to be very difficult, and there's another way I know how to get Mrs. Redback to play, is to remove all of her downlines, and then like 10 o'clock tonight, I come down here and she'd be resetting all of her lines, but I'll be honest here, I don't want to deal with her at night. I think she'd be quite a nasty little piece at night time. Well, you need to know the truth. Sometimes this is near impossible. I'm probably trying at the wrong time of day. I'll probably have to come back here at night. What I'm going to do is clear her downlines out. She'll have to reset those. Okay, I'm pretty sure there is a redback spider up there. Not one sign of her, but I think the last time I had a spider in this car, it was very timid and extremely difficult to get to reveal. Oh, I don't want to be here at night, but maybe it looks like I'll have to be. Well, this is 10:30 at night. Okay, I've been coming out here hourly. The spider has put drop down lines again. I'm not sure whether you can see it. I'm actually thinking this is going to be a very, very hard spider to capture. I have tried every little trick I can to get a look at this thing. It is extremely elusive. I'm just hoping you can see the drop down lines. If I move the camera like that, there's shiny things going through frame there. Okay. Whew, this is going to be a tricky spider to capture. I might have to try the trick of putting a cricket or something in at night. Well, it's the next night, day. Oh, Fluffy's under there. Get out of there, Fluffy, please. I hope she hasn't disturbed the downlines. I'm going to come in here and hopefully tonight get this damn redback spider. Okay, I'm ready to attack this. I've got a cricket attached to the front of the camera. Now, the problem with crickets is they can easily bite through the spider web. I'm not expecting this to be easy. It's going to be very hard. It's a very timid redback spider. This camera does have a light here, which is built into it. I'm not sure whether I'll use that, but I'll tell you one thing I'll be doing, and I'll be putting plenty of this stuff on here. It's AeroGuard 40% deep because I'm laying out there in mosquito land. I've also grabbed this work light because I may need something which is a little bit subtle in a sense like that. Okay, I'll grab my stuff and I'll try and get this spider. Well, I'm about to push that camera and cricket in there to one of the drop down lines. Man, wish me luck. In no way is this going to be an easy catch. Putting the cricket up against one of the lines, I just want its legs to wriggle against it. I don't want it to bite through. Okay, it's there. Now I've got to get the cricket to do something. Oh, come on, cricket, do something. And of course, by my side, that's what I've got there to take that spider out once it appears. I think I've got on my hands there one failed cricket. It's like frozen in fright. Not a sign of this redback spider. Oh man. Why do I have that feeling I'm going to be here till 3 AM? That's it, that's the sort of movement we want. The thing's alive, it's just plain dead. I see the spider, it is in the hole there, right in the middle of the screen. I can just see its black legs coming out of the hole. Okay, we have the first sighting of this incredibly difficult to get spider. Finally, it's starting to reveal itself. And that area where the spider's residing is like the major subframe of this vehicle here. It's got a nice little home up there, hasn't it? Very cozy. Not the most active cricket in the world, but at least she's still kicking in a sense. Come on, Mrs. Cricket, do your fangly leg action. Mrs. Redback has just pulled back into that hole there, so she might know there's something weird going on. Come on, Cricket, wake up. Do something for me. You're totally underwhelming. Come on, I know you can move. Come on. I can just see one of her legs at that hole there. Wow, she's very, very cautious, isn't she, hey? Extremely cautious. And there's a little shot of the camera and the laziest cricket in the world just frozen in fright. Come on, Ed, that's what you got to do. That's it, come on. I've just gone with that little Makita work light on its lower setting, and that's the camera there, and of course, well, Mrs. Spider is cautiously starting to appear. Okay, the beast is starting to appear. I'm starting to see the back end of her there. She is a stunner. She's a very cautious stunner, and very slowly she's getting tricked. How hungry is she? This is the big question. How desperate is she for a meal? That's like a juxtaposed shot, corner to corner in a sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know what's in focus because I'm laying on the ground. Come on, cricket, don't give up on me. Do your funky leg action. There she is. She's still very Mrs. Cautious, eh? Very Mrs. Cautious. That's the time at the moment. There we are. It's nearly 9 o'clock, okay? I'm pretty sure she's got a leg out, basically like feeling vibrations. I hope she hasn't got ears. If she's got ears and she knows what I'm saying, she knows what's going on. The cricket there's making, well, little moves. I'd like it to be doing more moves than that, but at least it's still moving. Welcome to Australia, where we lay underneath our cars at night trying to get deadly spiders. There's Mrs. Redback. Still hasn't really come out of that hole completely. I can just see some legs, a bit of a backside. Ooh, she's a careful mama. I might just back this light off a bit. I'll just turn it to the ground, okay? And maybe darkness is my friend here for a little while until she gets out of that hole, and I'll creep the light back on. And that's what it's looking like. Well, not that you can see that much, but, well, I know what's there. Oh my goodness me, she's out of the hole. This thing is massive. It's one of the biggest redbacks I've seen. I'm just going to creep the light round very slowly. Whoa. Hello, mother. Oh my god. That is frickin' scary. That is the stuff of nightmares. That's a redback that is full of eggs. She wouldn't be far off laying an egg sac. I wonder how many she's laid up in my car already. I'm just going to back the light off a bit. I need her to come down further. That's how it's looking. It's the old, meanwhile in Australia. I'm just going to turn the light back on. She's coming down. She's moving extremely slowly. Okay, just turn the light on a bit more. Wow, that thing is massive. It's another one of those corner-to-corner shots. The redback is coming down. It's freaking massive. That's the largest that I've seen. Okay, that web network was massive. Well, she's massive as well. She's very cautiously coming down extremely slowly. Again, I'm just going to turn the light back off. She has more confidence in darkness. Okay. It's such a big, beautiful one. One part of me is thinking, wow, she'd be fantastic to keep in a spider tank, but man, I want her dead. Dead, dead, dead. I think I've worked out if I tickle the cricket's backside here, it does a lot of leg action. So my wife asked me, what were you doing out under the car tonight, love? I can say I was tickling a cricket to entice a deadly spider to come out of its hidey hole. Welcome to Australia. Now she's turned around. Why is she going in that direction? She's got to come down to the cricket, or she's going to do a 360. I just can't believe how big that thing is. It's got a huge leg span on it. It's got a massive backside. Oh, man. And I've seen a lot of redbacks, I'll tell you. This is massive. What is she doing? Don't you go back up there. Oh, come on. No! Let's see what time it is. 9:15. I'll back this light off and have to wait for it to appear again. She's just come back out. Oh, she was in there for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Still extremely cautious. That there on the ground, that's a millipede. It's headed towards my little light there. That's what the redback spiders drop-down lines would love to engage with. They love taking out those guys. Well, the spider has reclused back into the hole again. I'm actually thinking of swapping out to a more active cricket. I'm talking again because it's going to compress the edit for you. I made the wrong decision. Instead of putting a more lively cricket in front of the camera, I put a beetle there because in the back of my mind I kept thinking the beetles is what these redback spiders love to eat, because I always see those beetles in the redback spider webs in the backyard. All this beetle did, well, it did a lot of moving and everything, but it did not entice the spider to come out of that hole, so I blew an hour mucking around with this beetle, then I revert back to a cricket again. And this second cricket is more lively, but as soon as it starts to realise it's in a spider web, they seem to get frozen in fright, so then it was up to me to tickle this cricket to get the redback spider down. And crikeys, this in no way was an easy night for me. Your only instruction is to wriggle your legs, okay? Stop chewing through the web. And again, I will back this light off. This spider gets spooked by light. Don't tell me this cricket's going to fail me. Well, what is it about crickets? You put them on something like that next to a spider web and they freeze. The secret to this is me tickling the backside of a cricket, because this is making the spider reappear. Not that I can show you because we're sort of in near darkness. This is a situation, I'm down to the last down line. The spider has just reappeared. It's only just got its legs coming out the hole there. It's my last chance tonight. There's one line. The redback is back out of the hole. Okay, I'm just putting the light on for a little bit and I'll turn the light back off, but it's come back out. It's very cautious. Very much a case of darkness is the winner here, I think. The redback's moved even further. This is the furthest it's been out of the hole now. Okay, and if we go down there, that's where the cricket is. We're getting close. I'm just shaking this up. We're very close to taking this thing out. Again, I'll back the light off. It doesn't like that light. The last thing I want to be doing right now is tickling the backside of that with the spider just above me. I'm not comfortable at all doing this, but I've got to. It's come down even further. This is the lowest it's been now. I've just got to keep tickling this to get that spider to come down. It is so close. I don't want to be under there with this thing when it lands on it. No way. Again, I'm going to back that light off. We're very close. This has been extremely difficult. It's exciting. It's like a weird sort of fishing. I'm trying to think of words to describe it. That's how it stands. The redback spider is dangling now. It's starting to come down. One part of me is thinking I could come off a spray right now, but I'm going to try and get it down to the cricket. It is coming down extremely slowly. Oh man, it's so creepy, so scary looking. This looks like the final moment. It's coming down so slow. This looks like it. This looks like it. Oh man, it's taken hours upon hours, days to get to this point here, but we made contact yet. Come on. Man, this thing is so slow, so careful, so cautious. Look at it touching out there. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, yeah, oh, look, she put some web around it and she's got back up, eh? What a cautious girl this thing is, eh? Very, very weird, the way this redback's working.
Oh, come on, yeah.
Oh, you won't believe it. She's gone back into the hole. Oh, man. So she's come down. She's put like one wrap or web or something around the cricket there and just chuffed back off. Oh, what am I going to do? Well, I'm just going to turn this off for a second. That's the time there. It's getting a little bit too late to be playing this game. Oh, I'll back the light off again. Oh, it's killing me. When she's come down and done that web thing, it was very fast around the leg of the cricket there. It's just secured that one drop-down line. So at her leisure, whenever it is, probably 3 AM in the morning, she'll come back down and have a meal. Do I want to be laying out here under the car all night watching this? I think, sadly, one of the big secrets to this, and I've got it in near darkness, is to tickle this cricket. Because she has come back out of the hole. I need her to come down and do some more fangy body action. And then I'm going to spray her and hopefully knock her out. Well, she's actually coming down in a much more leisurely fashion this time. Or should I say confident. Now what's she going to do this time? Do I spray her? Or do I let her play here? Oh, she's doing that back there. She's doing that again. Okay.
She's doing that back there. She's doing that again, eh?
And she's really just securing that line. She's acting with much confidence. She's come back down to the cricket again. Some more around the leg.
Some more around the leg.
Okay, and back up again. Play off a little web system up there, as she does. She's coming right towards camera here. Totally out of focus. And she's bringing down another line. Okay, it's actually fascinating to watch, but my fascination is going to come to a grinding halt in a second because I'm going to spray her. More back leg action. And here she comes again. I haven't seen her do a bitey thing. She's just done binding of web. She's doing a lot of feeling there. She's probably trying to work out exactly what she's got. Okay, yes. Fascinating, isn't it? And she's tacking bits and bobs to a web up there, and she'll probably come down again. When's my fascination going to run out? Well, I've just got a fascination for what's in this can. Although she's putting on such a spectacular show, and she's got used to the light. We love watching that web action, don't we? Those back legs doing web like that. Stunning show. Massive redback, I tell you. Absolutely massive. Yeah, she's coming right over to where I was. Why? She's just stringing up more web. Okay, I don't really want to be under her here. But I am, because I'm a madman. If she comes back down again, I'm going to give her a good night, sister, I believe. Okay, she's on her way back down. Let's get ready to take her out. Well, I'm sorry, lovey. My fascination with you is totally over. Good night, sister. There she is on the ground there. She basically just fell straight underneath where the cricket was. Give it a bit more spray. Double good night, sister. That took days to get that spider sorted. And that's why we use the good spider spray. See how fast that spider got knocked out? Sad, but I tell you what, I'm not crying. They often do a sort of jiggly thing of their legs when they get hit with that spray. And I'm seeing very little movement from her now. I dare say that is absolutely good night, big sister. Because she was massive. And yes, sadly, the cricket has passed as well. Let's have a quiet moment for the cricket. Very elusive spiders at the best of times. This was one of the hardest that I've ever seen to get out of its little hole. Maybe because it's heavily pregnant, who knows, hey? But I'm actually relieved that I've got control of this thing and got it out of the car. 11:22 RIP Mrs. Redback Spider. I never thought I was going to get this spider tonight. I nearly gave up. I was down to that last drop down line. What is really important to point out, I use this product here, Mortein Fast Knockdown. Crawling insect killer, kills in one spray. Okay, now I don't do ads for this company. They've never sent me any free product, but sometimes you need to use a top shelf product to get the result that I've got. And I wouldn't be playing with anything else when I was trying to get this spider out. I've never seen a redback spider be so cautious in all my life. Okay, this thing is massive, and I've got an Australian $2 coin there, so you can just see the scale of this thing. It is ginormous. Okay, I've never seen anything this big, and I've seen lots of redbacks. I'm pretty sure this spider is heavily pregnant. It'd be full of eggs in there. She makes an egg sac. It would have been under my car if I didn't pull her out of here. And often the red stripe there will go orange colour like it is there when they are very big in the backside like she is. I can tell you what, this is a video I will not forget for a very long time. I just hope I can put it together in some sort of sense that gives you the suspense that I had trying to capture this spider. This is the next morning. Boy, I was tired last night. I don't often stay up late at night. And let me show the redback spider up against something you may know the size of. So I've put here a 9-volt battery. I've covered up the brand name. This redback is basically the length of a 9-volt battery. It's massive. Okay, it's got a huge leg span. It's got a huge backside, and I've not seen one that big at my place. Okay, where in the hell does things come from? It's like it's come from outer space, if you ask me. Totally out of space. Now, because she is so big in the backside, I bet you she's full of spider eggs. A big redback like that would lay up hundreds and hundreds of eggs into an egg sac. Let me clear this away and we'll do a goodnight sister squash. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. Sometimes it works, but we're looking for eggs, okay, when we get the back side of this thing open. Notice how the legs pump up because they're sort of hydraulic critters. Fascinating in one way, but terribly not fascinating in another. That back of this thing is very strong. Come on, I want to see eggs. I don't want to lie to my audience. Maybe I've got to come in like on the sides like that. The car's starting to open her up now. Are we seeing eggs or are we just seeing goo? I think I was seeing lots of spider goo and not much else. Well, believe me, she would have been a massive egg layer that seemed massive. Okay, well actually there are spider eggs there. It didn't make a liar of me and there's lots of them. See the little white specks in that fluid there that came out of her? They are little spider eggs. You know what they grow into? Well, something like what's between my tweezers there. Well, the poor old Mrs. Redback isn't looking that fearsome right now, but at least I got to show you those little spider eggs. They are there. Wow, poor old Mrs. Redback. She had so much fun last night. Look at that. She's now legless. Well, that has relieved some of the tension of the last 2 days of trying to get this redback spider. I think I spent all up a good 10 hours trying to coax that from under the car. And what I should do, and most importantly, is go back and look under the car to see if there's any more spider webs, because that's going to tell me whether there's another redback spider under there. My biggest fear this morning was I was going to come out here and find a whole bunch more drop-down lines, but thank goodness I can't see any. That was a home up there, wasn't it? It was that hole right there. Wow, she was a sneaky thing. And I've got a brush here, and I'll come along and I will now take out her little domain here. I don't think she was here that long, and why I say that is because I couldn't see any carcasses of things that she ate on the ground. Often these spiders will drop stuff like beetles and things that they've caught. I think she's just a blow-in, but man, she seemed to like the spot on the car, didn't she? So that's the brush that contains Mrs. Redback's old home there. Now, because I was laying down out here for way too many hours last night, down on the ground here, I saw so many little bugs and critters and worms and things. And remember, Mrs. Redback's drop-down lines are all through here. She had a heap there on that first day. And it's just alive with critters at night time, and that's what she'd be feeding on. Mind you, her grand days of feeding are now totally over. She's not in very good shape. Well, it's looking a lot cleaner. Part of me is thinking maybe she has laid up an egg sac in there. Okay, because that's where she was living. If there is an egg sac in there, well, there's going to be spiderlings. I need to spray this car. Up near the back wheel here, I've noticed something rather disturbing. I can see some spider web there. If I bring the camera down nice and slow, look at that there. Drop down lines just like redback spiders do. It's another redback spider, but I don't think it's like Big Mother that I just captured. Well, I'm stupidly poking my camera up underneath that area there. I think the chances of seeing this little redback is going to be near impossible. I can only assume it's possibly up in that area there. I'm going to try a conventional method of getting rid of this spider. It may not work. I'm just going to put that underneath there. I know where its drop down lines were. I am going to insecticide bomb this car. I've got those there. I've got some of the cheaper spray as well, but just at the moment I'm going to get back to the spray that I really like. If the redback is there and it gets hit by this, it's going to drop like a bomb. Okay, let's see what comes down from here. I might be lucky, I might be very, very unlucky. There's certainly a lot of spray up there. I'm not poking my head up under there. Maybe you can see something, maybe you can't. Success, I've got it. That is a very small mature female. There you go, hey. That's a more conventional method of getting the redbacks out of the car. Again, that's the product that I've used. Mr. Mortein, can you send me out some product, please? I feature this a lot in my videos. It's very, very good. Very good. And in very little time, that redback spider, be it small, is dead, and we can come in and do a bit of a goodnight sister. Okay. That's never coming back to life, I can guarantee it. They're very frustrating things, I can tell you. I'm glad she dropped. Yes, it would probably work like that every time, but that other spider was caught up in the subframe. Like, if you've got a spider caught up inside here, I mean, where's it going to go? I want to see a dead spider, and actually while I'm here, I've found something, finally found something nice in this video. It's on the tyre here, okay, without getting bitten by a redback spider. There we go, it's that time of year. Okay, that is a cicada casing. It's crawled up inside the tyre. Rather nice find. The wind this morning is actually tracking across that way. I've put some bug bombs here. I've never done this before. I don't know whether this is going to be another fail or it's going to work and make spiders drop out of the sky. And I'm just going to set these off. Okay, one by one. Probably the neighbour's going to call the police. They say, oh man, he's gone troppo now. He's letting off bug bombs under his car. Okay, that one's going to set. Yep, and this last one here. Okay. Ah yes, the sweet sound of bug bombs going off underneath the car. Let's hope it takes out them varmints. I got the one up the back here as well. I got lots of them actually. Come on. The more the merrier, I say. Well, it's certainly deploying the fumage under there and it's going in the right direction, but let's just hope it's taking out the spiders. And I'll do another one here. Okay. That's up under the engine bay, that direction. I'm sure the spider's up there. Now with this very inexpensive and it's quite effective Coles multi-insect killer, I'm going to come around and do the wheel archer area. Okay. Nothing is going to survive in this car. Nothing. I'm going to dump a couple of cans of this stuff around the car. And I'll probably do the wheel area as well because I know the spiders like to sit up in there. Oops, some collateral damage. Yes, those redback spiders, they can set up at quite some height. And I think the first time I had a redback spider in this car, it showed me just how high they can achieve their web wonderment. Oh, crikey, there's spider webs everywhere in this car. They're making connections all over the place. This is the other side of the car. The bug bombs have let up now, but I'm just putting that cheaper cold spray without breathing it through here. Even down in that little gap there. Get the spider spray working for me. Okay. There's spider web there as well. Oh, what a feeling. Spider spray. Well, down on the ground there is all the product that I just pumped under my car. In essence, it's all the cheap stuff. Hey, it's got its place, you know. I'm not going to rely on that if I need to get a spider down fast and not have it scurry away. I'm hoping, as you saw in this video, the product that I always go for when I need a good result is something like that. Top shelf, but hey, sometimes it's worth going there. With the cheerful summer tune of the cicadas around me, I'm just reminiscing over the last couple of days in trying to control that redback spider and get it out of the car. I did try it during the day. That was an epic fail. These are nighttime spiders. This was a very, very timid spider, very cautious. I've never seen a redback as cautious as this one. And in the end, I had to play her game in her time, in her zone. She likes darkness, she likes it in the middle of the night. I don't like playing like that, but that's the way I had to get her. She preferred crickets over those black beetles that surprised me. I just hope this gives you ideas and helps you if you want to go out and do some spider fishing like this. This video generated for me is like about 9 hours of video footage, and I've got to try and condense it into something that works on YouTube. I'm finding this to be quite an impossible task of late.